really a producer. I started with writing poetry, then have been working my way into songwriting and composing. So most of the times my ideas start with words and melodies. And then I work my way into creating arrangements for my song. For me, it's all about the message and what I'm trying to say. I think that's very true of most people. So this splurge process is very backwards to my usual creative process. Do you have any specific recommendations or adjustments for someone coming from that side of the songwriting process? So, yeah, I'm not sure you're understanding what splurging is, because nothing that you said there has made me think it's the opposite way around. So either there's a couple of possibilities. Either I'm not understanding how you've explained it, Irenka, or you're not understanding what splurging is. Yeah. So let me give you an example. I went through a period of writing lyrics, yeah, because I thought when I came back to making music, anything was available to me. I was able to do anything I wanted because I was coming back to making music. I had no kind of, the last time I'd made music or released anything was 8-9 years previous. So I kind of let go of that old artist that I was, so I could come back and almost do anything I wanted. So I was trying a few different things, and I thought, well, maybe I can write some songs. I wouldn't mind. I've always felt like doing that, and I actually ended up saying, no, I'm not going to do that. But when I did go through that, and the best way to make a decision like that is just to try it and see what happens. Yeah. So anyway, so when I started, and I did have specific things I wanted to say, and I was thinking about writing songs which were about the creative process, about what I do, but almost make them metaphorical. Yeah, so it sounded like I was singing about love, but actually what I was singing about was the creative process, or maybe I was singing about both. That was kind of my idea. So I had a very specific message. I wanted people, it was almost like, well, maybe my songs could almost be an extension of my coaching. So I had a message too. How did I start though? Did I start by going, what's the very best line I can come up with right now, which will express the message I am trying to put across? No, I didn't do that. What I did was this. Get notes. In fact, it was on my phone. I remember I was sitting, I was lying in a bed. There's a bed in here. I don't actually sleep in here, but there's a bed in here for when I have to wake up ridiculously early or I go really late. I am a normal father and husband and do sleep in a bedroom with my wife. Okay, but there is a bed in here, right there. Yeah, and I remember I was writing some lyrics, so I got notes up on my phone. Yeah, the Apple Notes. It was an iPhone, and I said for the next, because I was procrastinating about getting started with this. I said, right, for the next however long, 5-10 minutes, I am simply going to type, yeah, without any kind of intention other than I am writing lyrical stuff, and in general it's about the message that I'm trying to put across. So I started writing, and there was no editing whatsoever. I just went yeah, and I think I went for about 8 minutes or so, yeah, and it was an incredible experience actually, because I just found that a lot of it was rubbish, but then something would click and I'd just get into this thing where stuff would come out. And when I read it back a few days later, because I did the same thing as the musical splurge, when I read it back a few days later, I was absolutely astounded because there was about 3 or 4 choruses in there. Yeah, so it was a really long thing. So about 3 or 4 things that could have been chorus lyrics which were like quite deep as well. I was like, whoa, where did that come from? They sounded good as well, and they were very lyrical. Yeah, I'm not saying that they were works of genius. They obviously needed a lot of work in order to make them usable. But there was also some verses in there, and there was some stuff that I didn't even realize I wanted to say. Yeah. So the fact that there's a message doesn't mean that you have to. Yeah. You can just, splurging is the ideal way to start any creative process. Yeah. So that's why I was saying I'm not sure you're getting what splurging is.